Secret tunnel, secret tunnel. Are those turrets? Mortars. So they shoot up. The things that look like fireballs coming down from the sky is demolitionist mortars. And then I'm also summoning a Wendigo totem, which is that pulsing green circle. It damages enemies and heals allies. Wait, was there anything over here? No, I guess not. Okay. Lore book? Wasn't sure if I would be able to do that. Wasn't sure if the game would consider that like clipping through a wall or something. There's a little area over there I want to check to see if there was a another hidden tunnel. Does not appear so. Nope. Okay. Alright. Back over the other way. Love that we've done leg day enough that we could just leap up an entire staircase. What's this? Oh. What? Wait. What's the point of this? So, I was clicking around, I accidentally clicked on this wall and he blew it open. And I could step out here and I can walk this way. Oh, there's a chest under that. Okay. I was like, there's gotta be something here. We found a secret. There was a hidden box there. So we saw a door back there to like a lower level of this dungeon, but I want to finish clearing this one first. Seems like if the mobs are in a doorway, the mortar shots do indeed, like, hit the roof and they don't hit the mob. But if they're in the middle of the room, it's safe. Okay. Whoa, ambush. Alright, back to that door we found. Hey there. Hey, Hardy. What up? Going back to grab that orange item. There's like a special kind of dopamine whenever you picked up crafting mats. And those just go right into your bank, all neatly organized for if you ever need them. Can't really explain it further than that. Wait, what did it say he leveled up? Was it Scorpion Sting? Yeah, Scorpion Sting level 11. Oh man, that's pretty nice. So, remember the level 1 Wind Devils, the little swirling wind things? I've got Scorpion Sting attached to those, so those have a chance on hit of poisoning enemies, and it happens extremely frequently. And it is currently doing 2,500 poison damage over 5 seconds, and reducing their defense for 5 seconds. And it's reapplying it constantly. A nice thing for any build, but with the Wind Devil specifically, because it just keeps on tapping everything around it, it's getting procced almost non-stop, which is fantastic. Hit this before my Primal Spirit expires. Yeah, one funny little thing is these mobs often drop like a loot orb, and you have to break the orb to get the loot out of it. kind of like a bag of loot or something. And the mortar shots, because they have a delay, they often will shoot at the mob dies, and then the last mortar shot lands on the loot orb and breaks it open. So it like saves me 1 extra click per elite. Just a weird added bonus. There's been a request, chat. Need to stop my Power World mania and play more Grim Dawn. I'm not a Power World enthusiast, but I will also say there are a lot of great games that all tug of war for my attention, so I completely get it. Right now, I mean, y'all know I love Guild Wars 2, Grim Dawn. I'm really into Darktide lately. I've been playing that some on stream and a lot off stream, my son and I. Some of you won't understand this, but for those of you that do understand it, my kid and I beat Havoc 17 today. Just me, him, and 2 bots. And the 2 of us have never gone that high, so we're feeling real proud of ourselves. That was really cool. And I've been continuing to dabble in Total War Warhammer 3 off stream. Currently working on my quest to get all the Steam achievements for that game. I'm currently working on getting a win with Norska on max difficulty. Playing the newest Norska Lord that's like corrupted by chaos. He's honestly overpowered. But it's fun. Kind of feels the opposite of playing the Skaven. The Skaven are underpowered, but their units are cheap, so you have to catch the enemy in unfair fights and, like, 3 of your armies versus 1 of theirs. Like, have 2 of them in stealth and then, let them think that they're picking a 1v1, but it's actually a 3v1, and the other 2 jump out. You gotta be crafty with it. This guy that I'm playing with Norska is the opposite. He wins any fair fights. He wants any fights he can get as long as they're fair, because he'll win. Okay, we got a boss with a soundtrack, so get the 2 mortars down, get the Wendigo totem, and then just dodge for like 10 seconds. Alright, does he have a phase 2? Yep. Alright, refresh all of the stuff. Primal Spirit's probably going to expire soon. Ow, that red puddle really hurts. Alright, Primal is dead. Go mortars! You've never had this much uptime! Get him! Nice. Very nice. Norska was always fun, just had to play Bear Cavalry. Wait, what? Bear Cavalry? That's not Norse, that's Kislev. The bears from Mother Russia. Norska? I don't think Norska has any bears on their roster. Norska is, like, marauders. They've got some trolls. They've got skin wolves, which are like werewolves. They've got just normal wolves. Their top units are like mammoths and giants. Does that ring a bell? Like, they were actually quite... They were probably the weakest faction for a very long time. And then they recently did three things, actually. They went back to the two existing lords, which was Wolfram and... I think his name is Throg, the troll. And they gave them, like, a complete makeover. Like, they updated their abilities. Wolfram can, like, fast travel around the map if, the target is in the water and he's in the water. He can attack land settlements without getting, like, his army on land. He can just attack from the sea. So he can now harass, like, from the water. The troll can now make a troll empire, which is kind of like an orc law. And then the other thing they did was they added that new lord. And then plus the whole thing with Norska and also Greenskins is if you're playing one of the lords and you defeat one of the others, you can force them to confederate with you. So, like, if you play Wulfric, you can fight Throg, kill him, and then force him to confederate you, and then you're playing both of them. You can still do that with the new guy, but he starts out really far away from the other two on the map, so it's more difficult with him. Will you play Total War Warhammer 3 next DLC when it releases? Oh, absolutely. We've done dozens of Total War Warhammer 3 playthroughs on stream. It's funny, Total War Warhammer 3 is my third most streamed game ever, currently, and Grim Dawn is my fourth, but it's like a hair behind it. So right now, Grim Dawn is probably about to pass Total War and become my third most streamed game ever. Like, just in terms of hours. Is it bedtime? Okay, chat, give me just a sec. Okay. Not really familiar with that game. My only experience of 40k is Dawn of War and Vermintide. If you've played... Well, okay, so... 40... Yeah. So 40k... Total War Warhammer 3 is not 40k. It's Fantasy Warhammer. 40k is like sci-fi Warhammer. However, they are making both Dawn of War 4 and also Total War Warhammer 40k. Those are both getting made right now. So if you like if you liked the old Dawn of Wars, there's 2 more 40k RTSs on the way. It's the Vermintide universe? Yes, Vermintide universe is the fantasy Warhammer. That is correct. In fact, almost every unit in Vermintide is, like, if you've played Vermintide, you fought against the Rat Assassins, you can get Rat Assassin lords and heroes if you're playing Skaven. If you fought against, like, the Flamers and the Globadiers, the ones that throw the poison gas bombs, you can field armies of those in Total War Warhammer 3. You see the new job in FF14, 2 shields as a tank? Okay, I think I saw a meme about that, and I didn't understand what it was talking about. And it said the brand new Lalafell Bastion, and it showed like 2 giant shields and 2 teeny little feet sticking out of the bottom of them, and you couldn't see anything else. So I'm guessing that's the joke was like the tiniest class with the new tank job. But I didn't get it at the time. We got gun shields. They got gun sabers. Why not? Have you heard about a game called Abiotic Factor? I've heard of it, but only by name. Been watching my roommate play it. It's really good. Crafting and base building with a strong SCP Foundation feel. I think it was Co-Carnage one day. Someone asked him what his most underrated game was, and he said Abiotic Factor. But I have not played it yet. Maybe someday. Man, just going from 1 mortar to 2, it's quite a change. You can get up to 5 if I recall. Wow, really? Yeah, when I first got the mortar, I was like, oh, I can only have 1. Okay, well, it's stronger than the storm totem. I guess that's alright. So it was a pleasant surprise when the second one showed up. I know you can get up to plus 10 to, like, for example, my mortar skill right now it maxes at 16. And I know I could get it up to 26 if I find enough gear that gives, you know, plus mortar. So maybe you get another 1 or more from if you get that high. Because, like, for example, this maxed at 12 points in it, but from gear I've got another 10, so it's at 22 over 12 right now.
Can't do that.
That's a lot of stuff. Oh, I did not realize I was touching that green. I was like, why am I dying? I'm in danger. Ha 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 ha.
That skill's not ready.
Mapped out that loop. Oh, I just leveled from the lore page. What is this? Oh, this is... Okay, so this is an aura. This is a buff to this aura, and it will now buff all allies' fizz damage, pierce damage, trauma damage, retail damage. So that should affect the Briarthorn. So Briarthorn's currently at 1,600 fizz damage and 1,000 retail. Seems the same. It's not updating. Retaliation. Like, think of it like you're punching a thorny bush. You hit him, you take damage too. Maybe, hold on. Let me try, like, going to town. And then, or just, let me try just loading to a different area and loading back and seeing if it forces it to refresh. Thought it was damaged their wallet. No, not retail, lol. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on the tooltip there. It should be working. No. We have a +1 to skills here, so by putting 1 point into it, it went from 0 to 2. So that's fine. So then we're gonna doot and get a bit closer. Our goal is these right here to super buff the mortars. ethereal stuff up here in the mountains. Hello. Yeah, when there's enemies like all over the screen like this, the mortars are really starting to shine. It's like sometimes the summons are just dealing with the melee stuff, keeping it off me, and the mortars are just bombarding everything, either the front line or sometimes just the guys shooting us in the back because their range. They've definitely got a longer attack range than the storm totems, that's for sure. Do you have a favorite boss in this game, Muk? It's been so long, I don't remember quite a few of them. Like, I remember that I did use the wiki to find the super hard to find ultra elite endgame bosses, and I hunted them all down. I can't even remember what they look like. I just remember I cleared them all before I put the game down. When I put it down. But I don't even remember what they were. Like a few of them that are like really important for the story, like, the Warden in the at the end of Act 1. He's really memorable. He's kind of like the this game's version of the Butcher. Like if you're just coasting along and you're not really like paying attention, like he's quite the check to your build. Love the little sound of the snow crunching as you're walking around here. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Also, whenever I think about the writing for this game, these pages I'm picking up right now are specifically what I think about. And I don't have the vocal capacity to like read them all right now out loud, but in short, it's about a family who gets stranded up here during the snows, and they're trying to survive.